Hi guys, hope you're doing well. So today we're going to be taking a look at my Miyoo Mini Plus. In my last video on this device, I actually installed a Bluetooth mod into this. So this is a bit less of an in-depth tutorial. What I've got here today is an order I placed with Sakura Retro Modding for some new buttons, and also while browsing Reddit, I discovered that there's a speaker mod for the Miyoo Mini Plus. So let's have a look at swapping in the buttons, swapping in the speaker, and then also testing the speaker to see how well it does. So let's get into it. So I've got here is the speaker for the Miyoo Mini Plus. This is actually a phone speaker, so it'll be interesting to see how much better this does. These are gorgeous buttons from Sakura Retro Modding. They're black and they've got some glitter. Let's see if this will focus. They've got some shiny glitter in there and I think it will look really nice on my Miyoo Mini Plus. The battery should just lift out. You can just pull on the wire a little bit and it should unplug from the main board down there. Like that. So now we've got the battery out, we've got a couple of Phillips screws it looks like we need to remove. So we've got 6 on the back plate, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. All 6 of these screws are identical, so it doesn't matter if you mix them up. You do have a couple of clips. You can see them through the side of my Atomic Purple Miyoo Mini Plus. It should just pop right off. And what you'll be left with is the main board and the back plate. Right, so here you can see all of the Bluetooth modding I've done on my unit, but that doesn't really make a difference for this particular video. There's our power button. We want to set that aside as well. And also our volume button because we don't want to lose them. That's the screen ribbon cable plugging into the main board there. We've also got 2 screws holding the board into the front shell here and here. And we need to remove all of those. So first thing I'm going to do, let's unplug the screen ribbon. Let me show you a bit closer. So there's a little latch with this black bar here. All you need to do is just very gently lift up that black bar like that. And with that, the screen ribbon should just pop out like that. Moving down the device, there's our 2 screws. Let's remove those. Again, all these screws are identical, so it doesn't really matter if you mix them up. The main board should lift right out, hopefully with no issues. Yeah, okay, there we go. There's our main board completely separated from the front shell. We can set that aside for now. There's our speaker down there at the bottom. Let's just have a look and compare what it looks like to the back of this one. So it actually does look a bit different. Yes, we're going to discover together if I actually ordered the right one. Okay, I'm just going to go in at the bottom here and kind of unstick it. And there's our speaker. And I'm assuming that those contacts kind of line up together like this. Now I should be able to just slot this one in. First things first, let's just peel the adhesive protector off. And then we should be able to just drop it in there, making sure it's the right way round. And give it a good push down to make sure it's stuck. And we can swap in our Sakura Retro Modding buttons now. So you might notice that they're all identical because the actual legend of the buttons is screen printed on the actual front shell rather than on the buttons. So let's just remove these and we can put in our new ones. Now I can put the membrane back on top. So now we can grab our main board and put it back on. One thing to note is we want to slide it in this way to make sure that this ribbon cable stays above the motherboard. So now I can put in these 2 screws here. Now we can reconnect our ribbon cable. Make sure that instead of this being down, we want it pointing upwards, like that. Very, very gentle with this because it is fragile. And push this black bar back down over the top of it. So if I come over to the top here, we've got our power button. The top extends out more this way than compared to this side. We want the longer side to be facing upwards, just like that. Again, with the volume rock up, we've got minus down and plus up. So we want the plus to be facing that way. Now we can put our backplate back on. It's very easy, you should just be able to just drop it on there, and when you press you should hear the clips clicking into place. So once you've got that clipped into place, now we can put our screws back in. So we've got 6 screws to put back in, we've got 1 in each corner, and then we've got 2 screws in the battery compartment. So you don't want to tighten these screws until they stop turning, you just want them to be finger tight. The plastic can strip out fairly easily, so we don't want that to happen. Okay, all the screws are in. Let's get our battery. So when you're plugging this in, you want the red wire on the right, so let's just slot this into place. Then you can put the battery into place. I really like how these look with the glitter in there when it catches the light. Yeah, so that's that for now. Let's test the speaker. Let me know if you want me to do a tutorial on how to install Onion OS on the Miyoo series. Here we go. Moment of truth. So that's really good news, the speaker is working. So let's have a look at before and after and see if we can hear any difference. Right now I think this new speaker sounds a bit better than the old one, but let's have a listen and see if that's true. So that's this mod complete. I've got my shiny new buttons installed and the new speaker. In my next video on this device, I'm going to actually be showcasing a more in-depth mod that I've been working on for this. It's a battery mod, so stay tuned, that one should be done very shortly. Thank you so much for watching, let me know if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.